Wait a minute, let me fix my
Okay.
hair.
Okay. Oh, nice one,
All
Bob.
right.
Excellent. Welcome,
Nice.
everyone. Welcome. Okay, we've got a bit of a motley crew here. It is our Sunday, what are we calling this? The Sunday success stories, Sunday hangout. We're just here to have some fun. So thank you for joining us. Andrew Crute here. I'm coming to you from Coffs Harbour, Australia. It is April 12th, and we're excited to be here and be sharing just some of the passion we have for our wonderful team. I've got a fantastic 4 friends and fellow team members from our team with Team WUKAR on with me here, and we're just going to each share a bit about ourselves and what we love about our team and what the team has kind of helped us achieve so far. And we are really just at the starting point of our journey that we're on right now. So stick around with us for the next block of time. I'm not going to put a time limit on this, and you'll get some value. You'll have a laugh, hopefully, and hopefully no tears. So I'm going to just quickly introduce through the bottom of the screen here. We've got Rob Cushing from Cape Cod, Massachusetts. We've got Constance Pateau from Dustin, Florida. We've got Cedric from, he's down in Highland, California, my old stomping grounds, California. And we've got Bob Kellogg from La Crosse, Wisconsin. So great. Thank you all for being here with us. And I'm going to kick off. So whoever wants to go first, I'm not going to direct things from here. I'll come in at the end and share my story a bit, but I want everyone else to kind of kick it off. And whoever wants to go for it.
Okay. I'll go first, Andrew. Why not? All right. Hey, thanks for having me. Like Andrew said, my name is Rob Cushing. I hail from Cape Cod, Massachusetts. It's a little farther away than Australia. And I'm married, and I have a 3.5-year-old son. And what originally attracted me to this was this. I came from a 14-year IT project management career that I became increasingly frustrated and unhappy with over the years. I couldn't exactly put my finger on it at the time because I'd always been led to believe, you know, the family stories about, like, if you work hard, you go to school, you get the same job for, 40 years, you retire, you're happy, yada yada. Well, that wasn't to be me. I found myself increasingly embroiled in long commutes, terrible hours spent time away from my family, stressful situations under terrible management, and doing work that I didn't like. And it wasn't something I found fulfilling. And no matter how much I spun my wheels, I felt like I wasn't getting anywhere and there wasn't any light at the end of the tunnel. So I knew a change had to be made, but I wasn't really sure where or when to begin, or rather just where to begin. I read a book called The 4-Hour Workweek, and after I finished that, I knew I wanted to go into business for myself. I just didn't know what I wanted to do then. So fast forward about another year, and I had an opportunity fall in my lap with my first home business, and engaged into that with my sponsor. And, as things happen, one thing led to another, and unfortunately it wasn't meant to be. It wasn't quite the opportunity it had been made out to be originally. And but I was still steadfast in what I wanted to do. So same sponsor, then who happened to be Mark Cosio, introduced me to WUKAR. And I promptly blew him off for 2 weeks because I was so straight and narrow ahead. I was like, no, I got to do what I'm doing, and then I won't go into the long details of the story, but suffice to say that I came across an old story which really spoke with adapting to change, and I realized that I had to adapt or be left behind. So I made the move. I joined WUKAR, and I got to say honestly, it was one of the best things I've ever done. It has been a real changer for me. From an income and a time freedom perspective, but just like my whole mindset and outlook on things. I walked away from my job last December, and these have been an awesome last few months, not having to worry about, the Sunday scaries, as they put it. Being able to spend the time with my family that I want, being able to pursue my love of music. I'm an avid musician on the side, so I really enjoy that. But what I really enjoy about WUKAR is the folks that we have here. People from all backgrounds, all cultures, all walks of life, all geographical areas. I mean, Andrew, you and I are on opposite ends of the earth right now, everybody coming together in this glorious, like, entrepreneurial melting pot. And that the tools and training we have, the leadership we have, which is outstanding, and all the leaders are their heart is just in this, and this is they want for everyone to succeed, and a lot of us are really starting to see that success. So I'm excited not only for where I've been, where I am at now, but where we're going all together, because we are just getting started. So really psyched to be here, and thanks for the opportunity for me to step out, and I'll let someone else take over.
Don't all speak at once, okay? Go, Bob. Go, Bob.
I was like, can you hear me?
I'll go ahead. I'll go ahead if you're all right with that. You there?
Yep, you can hear you, Bob.
Okay. So, yeah, well, my name's Bob Kellogg. I'm from La Crosse, Wisconsin, as Andrew said before. I actually grew up in the plumbing trade. I'm a master plumber in both Wisconsin and Minnesota, and I've traveled pretty much all over the country working as a plumber. And as you know, when you get traveling around, it gets a little harder strain on your family. So I actually opened my own plumbing business here about 10 years ago. So I'm really into the being your own boss stuff. It just, after a few years of really working my ass off, it just kind of realized that I just wasn't getting where I wanted to go with it. So I really been looking online for a few years now, looking for something that would allow me to be my own boss, but there wasn't such a time strain. And I came across Mark Costas, who was my sponsor, and he introduced me to Team WUKAR, and I really fell in love with these guys because everybody has their own talents, and we can share our own talents, and everybody's so willing to help each other that I'm so grateful to be with a group of people like this that we can all work our talents and collaborate and make this thing the best team out there. So that's the long and short of it, yeah, that's it for now.
Thanks, Bob. Appreciate it. Cedric, Constance, who wants to go next?
Okay, I think I'll step in right here. My name is Cedric Wolfson. I am from Highland, California, and it is right now around 80 degrees, and it's lovely. How I got, I started out in direct sales. I actually was a district sales coordinator in Oregon for a insurance company, and a lot of people probably know the company. The mantra is a duck. He walks around and he says it's worth Aflac. But I built an office. I had quite a few sales reps under me, and I really worked my butt off. And my story is a lot like Bob's. I actually trained my successor, and it seems like you're only as good as your last sale when it comes to corporate America. So at that time, I decided that I wanted to work for myself, and I left there and said I'm going to become a network marketer. And boy, did I fail? Failed miserably over a period of I would say about 5 years. And to fast forward, back in 2010, I failed 3 stories, had an accident, went through a separation, and ended up with my 4 kids, and that's my why. Here's a picture of, I don't know if you can see that, my boy, my daughter, and I could go back to I decided not to go back to insurance or into the car industry, which I was in prior to that. Working 60 to 80 hours a week, I wanted to spend time with my family. So when WUKAR came along, I saw it right away. I've been trying to become successful on the internet over the last 3 years, and when I started online, I couldn't even copy and paste pretty much. So I had the sales skills, and I did not translate my sales into marketing. I just never could connect, the two dots. So when WUKAR came along, I saw it, I said, well, this is something that pretty much everyone can do. And in my target market, this is something that I could introduce to pretty much anyone, and they could do this. And so fast forward, I was in San Diego. I saw the leadership. I've been seeing Costas online, hangouts, and everyone, our leadership, you go back to Zig Ziglar, he talks about you help enough people get what they want, you can get everything that you want. And that was just a change of what I've seen out here online. I've seen a lot of offers where people, big checks and things like that. But, I went into another company. I spent over $7,000, and I didn't even get any support when I jumped into that company. But here, everybody, the community of people, everyone is here to help each other, and I just love that, because this is really a change of pace. I see the internet as something that is maybe 6-7 years ago was like the Wild Wild West. Now we're becoming a little bit more civilized, and there is really a place for what we're doing, and we're going to be able to help so many people with WUKAR. Matt Trainer, the gratitude and everything that he has put into this, and the whole leadership up there. I'm amazed, and I'm truly humbled to be able to be around a group of people like everyone on this hangout and our top leadership in the company. So WUKAR for life, baby. So I love it. Thanks for having me on. Appreciate it. How we doing?
Okay, I guess it's my turn now. I can't push it off. So I can't do the Brady Bunch. Your turn. Well, as Andrew mentioned, my name is Costas. I live in Destin, Florida. I'm a single mom of one. Been involved in the network marketing industry for the last about 4.5 years. It's been a total life transformation for me to be networking, and somewhere in that line I decided to start doing some affiliate marketing and that sort of thing. And it's funny because I wish that I had something like WUKAR 2 years ago when I started doing affiliate marketing, because there's this giant learning curve that you have to go through. And I tell everybody that there's like the zombie period is what I call it. It's like 90 days. And it's so funny because after 90 days it like finally clicks. But 90 days of walking around in this total haze of, oh my God, autoresponder, capture page. What's the difference between a capture page and a squeeze page? And like you're just running in circles trying to learn stuff, and you're like, am I supposed to be on Facebook and Twitter and Pinterest and Instagram and LinkedIn and it's so much. And I think the big thing about WUKAR that has changed so many people's lives is that we show you how to make sense of it all. Instead of having all these fuzzy little pieces that you have to try to stick together, we give you the tools so that you can really put things into focus and bring that puzzle together for you so much faster. So the learning curve isn't nearly as bad as it was when I tried to go online, or God forbid when Matt Trainer came online, which I'm sure was a whole different experience in its own, because I know what websites were like to build back then. And I think that's why I'm so grateful for what we've got going on here, is that yes, people coming in right now are going to have that learning curve just annihilated. But the people who are coming in later, I'm not even sure they need to learn anything. It's going to be so push button. And that's why, I see a lot of what Matt Trainer's working on, and I have a chance to talk with him a good bit, and the stuff that he comes up with in his head, it's not normal. It's just not what normal people think about, and he does it all for the betterment of others, and that's the really, really cool thing about it. And I'm excited because I know there's a lot of new things and announcements coming out in the next few days, and I'm excited for you guys to experience what we've been experiencing for a while. And yeah, I'm excited. WUKAR is like Andrew said, we're just getting started, you guys. This is the timing is impeccable for anybody who wants to get started in their online ventures, and I learned a little bit about affiliate marketing and maybe some network marketing and some social media marketing and some, whatever other kind of marketing you'd come up with. So that's me.
Awesome. Thank you, Constance. Really appreciate it. And Bob, Cedric, and Rob, great to, just for us to share some of our insights. And I'll share a bit about myself quickly. Andrew, as I said, I live in Coffs Harbour right now. I grew up in Sydney, spent about 6.5 years in California when my family had relocated there with my dad's work after college. Got married in California and moved back to Australia about 7.5 years ago now. And we had our baby daughter just actually next week's 1 year. So coming up on 1 year of fatherhood, very exciting. It's been a massive change in our life, adjustments and everything. But on a business front, I guess, been working about just over 3 years now, trying to do this online thing and everything. And it wasn't, had some success, had some failures, and it wasn't until WUKAR came along and the business that we're linked to. And you'll notice that none of us have actually talked about the actual business we're in, because that really is such a mute point and such a minimal part of what we're doing. As Constance said, the affiliate side and what's coming along with WUKAR is actually going to allow you to basically take, even if you're in an existing network marketing company or affiliate program or whatever, you're going to be able to plug that into the system that we have to maximize your income streams, because successful business owners, entrepreneurs, and everything else, they all have multiple streams of income, and that's what we're doing. We're not just focusing on one business here. We're focusing on changing people's lives, and Matt's whole goal, I guess, or mission statement for WUKAR is to change the world one person at a time. And you've got 5 of us here right now that have all had their lives changed. Maybe not to the level we want yet, but we're working on there. We're a part of this journey, and it is absolutely amazing. Rob's, gave up his job in December. Since WUKAR, I've been able to cut down outside employment quite drastically, and it's been awesome because it means I can spend more time with my family as well. I can spend time on the business, helping other people and everything else. It's just this amazing thing, and it's liberating when you're able to do that, and I'm sure everyone that's been able to do it would agree. So it's what we're offering, as Constance said, the things that are coming up are just getting more and more exciting. The plug and play is, it's revolutionary, because if you've been online at all, you know that you basically want to quit after that first couple of weeks, because either your sponsor has bailed, or you never get a hold of them, or the team that you work with, if there is even a team, wants more money for training or whatever. The things that we have offer with WUKAR is just phenomenal. So, hopefully this, there's so much good stuff in there for the experiences that everyone else has had on his call. If you want to find out more, and you've come across this video, I'm sure there's going to be a description below it. Check that out. If someone sent you this link, make sure you get back to them, talk to them, see what's going on, and find out how they can help you get started. Because you know what, Mark Cosio's been. I feel like this call's been sponsored by Mark Cosio as a sponsor to an extent, but but that just shows, obviously people want to share what we've got going on, and even after 2 weeks, it's people will get it, and that light bulb clicks. So, we've got everyone from an IT manager down to someone that couldn't even copy and paste when they got online. So I'm sure if you're watching this, you at least know how to use a computer, because you're on YouTube or our site wukar.com or Facebook. You're somewhere watching this, and so you're obviously, if you can watch this video, you can do what we're doing. It's that simple. A few mouse clicks and you're away. So anyone else got anything they want to throw out there? Golden nuggets or grains of wisdom or funny jokes? No dirty stories though. Darn. I took your stuff away, Rob, did I?
Yeah, no. That's okay. I could have gone on for 10 minutes, but no. Just one quick thing. For those of you who are watching this that may be on the fence or maybe not sure if you want to do something like this, it's worth giving a look. It is definitely worth giving a look. And also think about what's your plan B? If you continue on with what you're doing now and whatever you're doing, where are you really going to see yourself down the road? And I'm talking like, short term, long term. That's really something to think about, and that's one of the things that caused me to make the leap into WUKAR, and it was an advantageous leap to make. Scary, but advantageous, and I couldn't imagine doing anything else at this point. So when you ask yourself that, really take a good look at what we have to offer. So that's it.
Okay. And we're certainly not trying to make this a sales presentation. This is not one of our sales presentations. We're just, I think it's just our passion that we have for this team that gets us so excited that we want to share it with everyone. So I think that's it. Everyone else is staying on mute, so everyone's, I think, shared what they want to share. So I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to let you go and, do whatever you're doing. Keep doing. Go and click on a fuzzy kitten video if you want. But if you want to work out what your plan B is, get back to the person that shared this video with you, or check below, because we haven't even scratched the surface of what we've got here to offer. I'm a former restaurant manager with a little chain called Panda Express. I've worked for organizations, and there's always a better option out there, but sometimes you got to really search for why you want to do it. And you've heard some of us are parents, and some of us have been doing jobs for a long time, and there's lots of variety of people here, and the teamwork, the connection we have is at this team, and that's what's really cool. So I'm going to leave it there. Anyone else want to say goodbye, please say goodbye, and we will see you at a further video if we see you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.